what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Deborah with Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is my YouTube channel, Purusha Intuitive. So it is about everything mind, body, soul wellness. I love tarot reading. It's something that gives us great insight into maybe the layers that we're not quite seeing on the physical plane. So more that energetic, spiritual plane. I think it's a great tool to help us navigate through whatever we're dealing with in life. So that being said, we do daily tarot readings. I do daily tarot readings. I started uploading them for the zodiac signs as well. I'm still working to build and grow content, but I hope you're enjoying. I do astrology readings. There's some health and wellness content. So yeah, all right, that being said, let's get going with the reading. Okay. Just as a heads up, oh, interesting. Just as a heads up, I'm using the Rebel deck. It does, some of the language on it is a little intense, just so you know. So if you are a little bit more sensitive, just keep that in mind. It's a really cool deck though. It is very much in your face. I like it. It's funny to me in a lot of ways, and it's actually pretty on point. Sometimes I'm a little too sensitive to read with this. Like, I can't necessarily do this for myself, but ooh, nice. I like this. Some good shit's about to happen. Make it rain. That's such a cool. All right. So I feel like you can feel this underneath the surface. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when we know like things are gonna get good, they're getting better, etc. But you're putting too much energy onto, you're giving too many F's. Give 0. So basically it's like, you might be stressed out is what I'm hearing. Stress, anxiety, fear is kind of overtaking you. You know, whatever you're kind of dealing with, it feels like it's been in play for a while. You might have been kind of going through this for a minute. Okay, whatever you're thinking about doing, don't do it. Now is not the effing time. All right. So this to me is like when you're getting a little too stir crazy, you know? It's like maybe you're not seeing the fruits of your labor quite yet, but it's coming. Don't put so much, like I think that this is a lot about playing into that perfectionism. You know, when we want to see things like manifest in a certain way, a certain time, we think this person should be doing this, etc. It's like, it doesn't matter, you know, like, unless that thing is directly affecting us, which 9 times out of 10 it's not, you know, just, you know, we kind of have to not turn a blind eye, but like, I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in other people's business, right? Or are overly conscientious about things, you know, too hyper vigilant. Yeah, you do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. I love this deck. It's true though, right? You know, I think this is about you not being afraid, right, to be yourself. Because I feel like there's so many different things that you have going on right now. And it probably is bringing in a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear. But you're making it happen, right? And I feel like you just need to stay focused on that as opposed to, because something's going to come up today. Let's look a little bit deeper into this. Whatever you're thinking about doing, something's going to come up, and I feel like it's a little bit, it's triggering some wounding decision. Yeah. So 2 of Swords. Let's look a little deeper. A conversation, communication, making a choice one way or the other. This is 2 of Cups energy. It could be about love relationship, partnership, someone new coming in, or revisiting a past relationship. The High Priestess, yeah. 222, guys. Woo! Drop those angel numbers below. What angel numbers have you been seeing? 222. So 2s are the numbers of like bringing things together in harmony, right? They deal with partnerships, relationships, our new beginnings, but they can also be like the tension and the struggle and the conflict. So it looks like someone's coming in to give you an offer, give you something, and you have a choice to make. And maybe there is some tension, hurt, and pain underneath the surface. Maybe you want to react. Maybe you want to be vindictive. Whether that is, you know, physically, emotionally, verbally, etc. Let's see, sorry, it's 8 of Swords, yeah. This is you like blocking people off, like cutting people out. I think you have to be really conscious about how you're showing up with your relationships, right? This is a very, it's almost like a very authoritative way to live, you know? You might be judging people really harshly. There might be a lot of tension. There might be a lot of discord around you. But it's basically saying, like, don't focus on it, right? Don't focus on the BS. Someone might even be trying to bring you into it. That's Sovereign of Wands, King of Wands in the traditional deck. Yeah, dangling is what I'm hearing, kind of like dangling that carrot in front of your face. I mean, it is the holiday season right now, so they might be giving you a gift, offering something. This is very tangible. It's like a practical, and I feel like you're resistant to this person. And I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you do have to have strong boundaries, be self-protected to this person or situation. But I think that the way that you handle them is very important. And that's kind of where this is saying, like, you know, just make sure that you're making choices, that you're saying things that are in alignment with who you are and how you want things to end up, you know? You don't have to get in someone's face, right? It's just that concept, right? Or no. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. It's just true, right? Like, we're all individuals. We all have our own way of doing things, and we all have different perspectives about how that should be, you know? And I feel like you are... This energy keeps coming up. You know, and maybe you have tried to change this person in the past. Maybe the certain dynamics that you guys are working with, you know, it's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Is that the saying, right? Okay, what is that? It feels like you guys are trying to sort through things. Like, I don't see a lot of interaction between you two. You might have a conversation today that brings some stuff to light, you know, with that 222. But I feel like there's not really like a lot of resolve. There's still like this waiting game of how are things going to play out. And I think some of this is just like letting go of that element of control, right? It's looking at the bigger picture, especially if you have other people involved in this situation. It's about happy home, you know, and not To me, this is a lot like, you know, I get that. I keep getting that sense like, don't run your mouth, you know, like, and no shade. I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just almost like it's gonna get the best of you, you know. The person that you're dealing with would use that against you. And you have to be really mindful and articulate with how you do approach them. And part of that is like letting go, releasing that control, trying to be up in their business, you know, spying on them, trying to tell them how to do it right, etc. It doesn't work. No one really wants to be told what to do, right? And I think it's hard because it is, you know, needing strength. You have to be the strong one. And you have to look at it high level, right? So high level, it's like looking at it from that bird's eye perspective of knowing what's best for everyone involved down the line. And that's easier said than done. But there's a lot of pain in this situation, and I think that that's where that conflict and tension comes into play, you know? This could be someone that you've been connected to for a long time. Six of Cups energy is definitely like that long-term vibe. You know, soul connections, people that we feel like safe and comfortable with on some level, you know, even if the dynamics aren't necessarily the healthiest. Not getting so upset about it, yeah. Starting over, taking new steps, moving forward. And not being afraid of that, right? Shifting that perspective. You know, I mean, maybe this person needs you to see them in a different light. Like maybe part of the healing is giving them a chance, you know, letting them do the work, letting them show up, letting them prove to you. This is a person who, you know, they're slow pace. Seven of Coins, yeah, they take forever. Forever. You know, but again, it's like there's nothing you can really do about it is what I'm hearing. Not to be Debbie Downer, wah wah. But it's almost like the more you try to control it, the messier it gets. Instead of just saying, you know what, the past is the past, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put on a fresh new perspective and, you know, kind of try to see it with a new lens, you know, see it from a new viewpoint, because it needs that. There is this element of, you know, this person just moves incredibly slow to learn, to grow, to evolve. They take their sweet time. Ooh, I thought I was gonna sneeze. And you just have to be cognizant of that. But again, that's kind of what it's saying, is like, stop putting so much, like it's almost like you're focusing way too much on them and what they're doing and when they're gonna do this, that, and the other. And it's like, it's not even worth it, because they are who they are, just like you are who you are. And the more you try to control or manipulate or change them into what you want them to be, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah. They're not going to ever show up how you want them to, is basically what this is saying. It's gonna take a really, 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 really long time for them. And I feel like you have to find ways for yourself, like, especially if this is a romantic situation and you know this person's like never gonna commit, you need to make strategies in order to remove yourself from the situation so that you're not continuing this dance with them. They want to keep you around. I mean, obviously there's love, there's connection, there's partnership here. But it's not, I feel like you guys are just very different people. I don't think that you want the same things. Maybe they hypothetically want it, but they're not remotely close to being ready to seize that. All right, let's close this out. Yeah, new beginnings. You could have a child together. That could be what keeps you guys together. What keeps you interacting with one another. Yeah. And this is all, I mean, yeah, it's an icky, icky energy. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, you might get, you know, you might get something out of this, but it's gonna come in not like the most beautiful way is what I'm hearing. There is a blessing. Like I said, I feel like this person is, you know, maybe not coming from the best space with this mice. It's a lot about like being infected or, you know, having kind of more of a low vibey energy. But it's a blessing in disguise. There is a blessing that's coming your way. Obviously, something good's about to happen, right? But this is about not, I feel like the way it comes about, it's going to feel a little bit confusing or conflicting. So just be mindful. It's good in the end. Be conscious of how you want to show up. Don't put extra energy into this person, place, or thing. If it's like, if you know it's just not in alignment with you, that's the best thing you can do for yourself, is diffuse the energy that you're giving it. So I hope this helped, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, definitely make sure to do thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you want me to look at your personal situation, totally check out the description box below for all the services I offer. Otherwise, check out the videos on the channel, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I appreciate you.